with you, especially for the students of MBA semester 2. This subject is there in their syllabus, and for the rest of the students, this subject is going to be very much helpful when they will look for and hunt for a job in the market, or they'll go in the corporate, or even they go for a startup or their own family business. So without taking much time, sir, the class is all yours. And again, on behalf of our institute, we welcome you to this webinar. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Jay sir. And first of all, it is my pleasure to be part of the Noble Group of Institutes. I've already visited Junagadh 3 to 4 times when I was working in Vadodara, but somehow I could not visit your campus. But maybe next time, whenever I'll be there in Junagadh, I'll definitely visit your campus. So once again, I'm very thankful to you, sir, for arranging this workshop, especially for all your campus students. Yeah, because nowadays I'm seeing that the institutional heads, they are definitely uh, uh, taking this subject very seriously. Yeah, and first of all, I would like to also thank GTU because they introduced this subject in 2017, if I'm not wrong. So that was a real good initiative of GTU, because now I think so after 3 to 4 years now, some of the universities have started this course, but GTU being a technical university, it is really good that someone thought about this subject. And I think so now almost 3 to 4 batches have already taken the advantage. So I would also give the credit to GTU also for starting this course. Yeah, and this 3 days workshop that we have finalized is that I'll be giving you an overview about the subject of business analytics, and about I'll be also talking about the big data also, what is the concept of big data, and I'll be making the concept very simple so that you are able to understand. Plus, as you said, sir, that I'll be also talking about the job opportunities, because now there is a big field which is there in this area, and I would strongly recommend that even if you are a student of BCom, MCom, or MBA, yeah, you can definitely jump into this area. And the thing is that you have to take some skills. Yeah, so at the end of this 3 days workshop also, I'll be discussing about that what we are thinking further. Yeah, so we'll be sharing the ideas, and plus then later on we are going to go in a very big way to train all of you. Yeah, so but today, say as uh, say I'll be giving you an overview in these 3 days, this 1.5 hour session each. Yeah, so thank you once again. Thank you, sir. And let me start the session. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So let me share my screen. Sir, I think so. Someone has to make me a host. Okay.
Nilesh sir will.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, 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 yeah. Now I'm the host. Okay. Uh, okay. So let me start now. Yeah. So, sir, are you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, visible, sir.
Yeah, visible. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Thank you. And also, I would like to request Nilesh sir that to ensure that you are able to see my screen continuously, and if there is any problem, then you please let me know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So the topic for this 3 days workshop is on introduction to business analytics. Yeah. So my name is Dr. Samir Rowadia. હવે થોડીક આપણે ગુજરાતી ભાષામાં વાત કરી લઈએ કે ભાઈ મારું નેટિવ છે વાંકાનેર છે, એટલે હું સૌરાષ્ટ્રનો છું, અને બાય કાસ્ટ આઈ એમ ગઢવી. મને દુઆ છંદ નથી આવડતા બરાબર, પણ ડેફિનેટલી આઈ કેન ગઢવીને એક કળા હોય છે કે ભાઈ એને એવું કહેવાય છે કે ભાઈ સરસ્વતીનો સહકાર હોય છે ગઢવીને. So I've used that skill in my teaching. Yeah. So though I don't know Dua and Chand, but definitely I can teach very well. So that is what I've used over here. So uh, little bit about my background. So I've done my Bachelor of Electrical Engineering, and I did my MBA with IT specialization from MS University of Baroda. I completed my MBA in 2000, and ours was the first batch of IT specialization from MS University. So that was the thing. Then I did my PhD in ERP implementation from Gujarat Technological University. So I'm also a student of GTU, and ours was again the first batch of PhD program from GTU. So it was a very good experience in GTU. Then I've also done my second master in data science from Bologna Business School in University of Bologna, Italy. So basically, after I completed my MBA, 2 years I was working in the industry. So I was responsible for the ERP implementation. ERP, you must have heard that it is known as Enterprise Resource Planning. So I worked for 2 years in the industry, and then from 2002, I switched over to teaching. So the first job which I started as a lecturer was in Narmada College of Management, Bharuch. Yeah, Bharuch was my first base, and I worked there for 4 years. Then from Bharuch, I went to Vapi. In Vapi, I was part of the Rofel Institute of Management. There I was there for 2 years, and then from Vapi, I came back again to Vadodara because um, my parents are living in Baroda only. So in Baroda, I worked for 7 years in Parul University. And like I would say that in those days, it was not Parul University, it was Parul Group of Institutes. And in 2008, when I switched to Baroda, then say Parul had started the PGDM program. So I was part of the PGDM program. And in 7 years, for out of 7 years, 4 years I was there as an in-charge director also of the PGDM program. So it was a great experience over there. And then after Parul, I went to CK Vijayapurwala Institute of Management, which is known as CKSVM Business School in Vadodara only. And there I was there for almost like 1.5 years. And then from 2016, in 2016, I thought that I want to do something in big data. So I left my job and I went to Italy to do this second master program. This was a full-time master program. Yeah. એટલે પહેલા હું પ્રોફેસર હતો અને પ્રોફેસર પછી હું સ્ટુડન્ટ થયો પાછો. Yeah. So after 15 years, I again became a student and I did this course. Okay. એટલે તમને ખાલી એક ઇન્ડિકેશન આપી દઉં છું કે ભાઈ we have to be student continuously. Okay. Even if you are doing a job also, still you should learn something out of it. Okay. અને લર્નિંગ માટેની કોઈ એજ હોતી નથી. જ્યારે મેં આ બોલોનિયા બિઝનેસ સ્કૂલ જોઈન કર્યું ત્યારે મારી એજ ઓલરેડી 41 હતી. Yeah. So at the age of 41, I became again a student. Yeah. I left my family. મારા બે છોકરાઓ છે અને એમને હું છોડીને હું ઇટાલી ગયો, ત્યાં ભણ્યો અને પછી હું જર્મની આવ્યો. Okay. So overall, I'm having 20 years plus of experience in corporate and business management teaching experience. I have taught both the Indian students, Slovenian students, German students, okay, Polish students. Then here in Germany, when I came, then I worked in a company known as Continental. Yeah, Continental, તમે નામ સાંભળ્યું હશે, tire company છે, Continental Tires, it is famous. So there I worked there as a content manager, training and community. So my responsibility was to train the people in big data. Yeah. Now currently I'm working as an IT trainer and data analyst. I'm working as a freelancer in a city known as Hanover, yeah, in Germany. And plus I'm also adjunct professor in Ganpat University, Mehsana. Yeah. Now in this pandemic, yeah, since last March, we know that say March 2020, we are having this pandemic. Now, during this pandemic, what happened that because as we are currently doing that, we are having this online session. Yeah. So in this era, in this online session, I was fortunate enough to conduct 49 webinars and workshops, and I'm very happy to share that today this workshop, it is my 50th workshop. So I have already now completed my half century over here with a noble group of institutes. So I'm very happy, and I would say I'm thankful to all the my friends and colleagues who are knowing me very well, and because of them only it is possible. Yeah. So I conducted this many workshops in last 9 months, and I've trained more than 4,700 people, industry professionals, faculty members, students in these different areas. I'm having some different certifications that I'll show very quickly. Yeah. Then I've taught business analytics. Yeah, during this pandemic, what happened that many of the universities, they started this course on business analytics. So there, say they took my service of teaching their students. So I was very fortunate enough to do this thing. Yeah. Then I visited 15 European countries up till now. I'm life member of Baroda Management Association and Indian Society for Training and Development. And I've received 5 awards for teaching excellence here up till now. I hope that everybody is okay. Thank you all for your wishes. Okay, great, thank you. So with this, let us start. Yeah, these are some of my certifications which I've got. Microsoft Excel certification, then I'm Microsoft Certified Solution Associate, Microsoft Certified Trainer. There is one tool known as Tableau, which I'll be talking later on. So Tableau certification is there. Then as I told you that I taught business analytics course in following universities. So one is this University of Mumbai, then Narsi Monji Institute, then Ganpat University. Definitely I'm very much associated with Ganpat University, then International School of Management, Patna, and then this Adi Shankara Business School, which is in Kerala. Okay, so because of this, see, now normally we know that pandemic, it has definitely hit very hard, but it has also given us a lot of advantages. Okay, 2 years back, if I would have contacted Jai sir to conduct an online session, definitely he would have said no. Yeah, because there was no trend like that. Yeah, of having these kind of webinars and workshops. But now, since last more than 1 year, now we are used to these things. Okay, and I would say that this is really good thing because if say normally if I would have conducted these kind of sessions, then definitely I should have come to Junagadh and then I should have conducted these kind of session. Yeah, that was earlier what was happening. But now because of this pandemic, you are sitting in Junagadh, I am sitting in Germany, and we are having these kind of session. Yeah, so that credit should go to that pandemic. Okay, otherwise this would have not been possible. So that is the thing. Yeah. So this is what I've conducted 60 hours of session. Yeah, in Ganpat University. Already I've discussed with Jai sir also that in Ganpat University they are having this MBA Business Analytics, which they have started last year only. And in that this course, I taught this subject, that is business modeling with MS Excel. Yeah. So MS Excel, yeah, Microsoft Excel, this is very important tool for commerce students, for management students, yeah, for other students also, BBA students also, yeah. You have to have a very good grip on MS Excel. So we'll be talking about a special workshop on MS Excel later on, yeah. But here I just conducted 60 hours of session just for MS Excel only with this in this MBA business and this course, yeah. Great. So with this understanding, yeah, let us start this workshop. So I'll start this workshop with a saying, yeah. Just I would like to ensure that there is no microphone which is open, yeah. There are microphone, because I'm Anybody has started their microphone, please check your microphone, okay? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because normally if I hear some noise, then definitely it is getting disturbed. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with this subject with a quote. Yeah. What it says that information is the oil of the 21st century and analytics is the combustion engine. This has been given by a person known as Peter Sondergaard, and he's from a company known as Gartner. Yeah. Now, maybe if you don't know Gartner, then Gartner is a very, very famous research company. Yeah, they are doing a lot of research, and then they are coming out with different reports. Yeah. So this person, Mr. Peter Sondergaard, what he says that information is the oil of the 21st century. Okay. You must have also seen, you must have also heard another quote that is known as data is the new oil. Okay. Mukesh Ambani a quote aapyo to ke bhai data is the new oil. Now what is data is the new oil? That see, normally when we talk about oil is very, very precious. Yeah, it is very costly. So data is now considered as the new oil. It is so it means that data has been given lot of sorry data has been given lot of importance basically. Okay, when it is considered with when it is equivalent with the oil, definitely it is given more weightage. Yeah. Now here this person has given weightage to information. Now you know that whenever we process data, we get information. Okay, so that's why here focus is more on information, and information is considered as the new oil. And see, simply having new oil, okay, it does not help us. Okay, we have to use that oil. Yeah. So for using the oil, we require the analytics. Okay? We require analytics. So if we want to use the oil, then we are having this engine known as analytics, and with the help of analytics, we get knowledge out of information. Okay. So see, I'll give you one very good say step-by-step approach that first of all, we should have data. Yeah, data is the main raw material for the analytics. Okay, so first of all, we should have data. If we process data, we get information. When we process information, we get knowledge. And when we process knowledge, we get wisdom. Okay. So that is how the thing works. Okay. So data, then information, then knowledge, and then wisdom. Okay. So this you should remember. So here, this person has given importance to these two words, that is information and analytics. Okay. Now let us start with this subject, Introduction to Business Analytics. Now, first of all, what is business analytics? Okay, so here this definition is little bit lengthy, but I'll explain you very detailed manner. What it says that it is the use of data, information technology, statistical analysis. Hello. Okay. So it is the use of data, information technology, statistical analysis, quantitative methods, and mathematical or computer-based models to help managers gain improved insight about their business operations and make better fact-based decisions. Okay, now what is it? Let us start with, first of all, this first line, first word, that is data. It is the use of data. Okay, so data is definitely, as I said earlier also, the data is the raw material. Okay, without data, you cannot do anything. Yeah, so you require data over here in business analytics. Then information technology. હવે મને બરાબર ખ્યાલ છે કે ભાઈ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સને છે ને બહુ કન્ફ્યુઝન હોય છે આ વર્ડ સાથે ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ટેકનોલોજી. ઓકે, so there are two words which are very confusing: information technology and information system. Yeah, IT and IS. Yeah, so what is the difference between these two things? Okay, information technology and information system. Normally people feel that they are same only, but actually they are not same. Yeah, there is a difference between IT and IS. Now, just I would like to, because I want to save time, that's why I'm not giving you this chance to speak. But the difference between IT and IS is like this, that whenever we talk about IT, information technology, it means that we are more focused on the hardware part. Okay, આપણે જેમ કે હાર્ડવેરમાં હોય ને કે ભાઈ કોમ્પ્યુટર હોય, લેપટોપ હોય, નેટવર્કિંગ ડિવાઇસીસ હોય, okay, router and all those things. So this is all what we mean by the hardware part. And whenever we are talking about hardware, it means we are talking about IT, yeah, information technology. And information system, that is more focused towards the software part. Yeah, software. એટલે આપણે કોઈ પણ MS Office છે કે ભાઈ આપણે બીજા બધા જે સોફ્ટવેર યુઝ કરીએ છીએ, so these are all the software side. So whenever we talk about information system, we are talking about the software. Yeah. So that you remember the difference. IT means hardware, IS means software. Now there is one more quote which says, or one more sentence which is there, which says that IT can exist without IS. Yeah, IT can exist without IS, but IS cannot exist without IT. Okay. Simply આપણી પાસે કોમ્પ્યુટર ને બધા પડેલા હોય તો કોમ્પ્યુટર ને બધા રહી શકે છે આપણી જોડે, બરાબર છે? So we can have IT, but if we want to have IS, yeah, software જોતા હોય આપણે સોફ્ટવેર પર કામ કરવું હોય તો definitely we should have IT. Yeah, we should have the laptop હશે તો સોફ્ટવેર ચાલશે, ડેસ્કટોપ હશે તો સોફ્ટવેર ચાલશે. Okay, so for IS you require IT, but for IT you don't require IS. Yeah, IT can exist without IS, but IS cannot exist without IT. Yeah, that is very clear. So we require, in business analytics, we require the use of data, IT, then statistical analysis. Okay, maybe the management students, or maybe I don't know about the BCom student, that you must have heard this one software known as SPSS. Yeah, that is the statistical package from IBM, where we are using that SPSS for the research purpose. So in business analytics also we use some of the research, so some of the statistical analysis, then quantitative methods. Yeah, especially the MBA student, you know that we are already having this subject of quantitative techniques or quantitative methods. Okay, the naam alag alag hoy che, but basically we are talking about the mathematics over here. Yeah, the techniques and the mathematical models. Yeah. So basically what we are doing, we are using all these things. We are using the data, IT, statistical methods, mathematical models. Why we are doing all those things? To help managers gain improved insight. Yeah, because see, managers have to take decisions. And when they have to take decisions, they have to have some information. Okay, decision આપણે એમને એમ ના લઈ શકાય, એને કંઈક સપોર્ટ કરવા માટે there has to be some information. Yeah, many of you, like all of you, you have taken some Noble Group of Institutes. Now I know that there are also in Junagadh. Yeah, why only Noble? Yeah, when you have taken this decision to study in Noble Group of Institutes, there must be some reason. Yeah, so કોઈ તમને પૂછે કે ભાઈ તમે કેમ અહીંયા એડમિશન લીધું, તો તમે કહી શકો કે ભાઈ I saw the website, I saw the placement and blah 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 things. Okay, the faculty members are very good enough. So you give this kind of information, and then the other person get convinced. Okay, એમને એમ જ નથી કે ભાઈ આપણને રાત્રે વિચાર આવ્યો કે ભાઈ કાલે મારે એડમિશન લેવું છે નોબલ ગ્રુપ ઓફ ઇન્સ્ટિટ્યુટ્સમાં. It is not like that. Okay, we do a lot of research. We also take the feedback from the past students. Okay, so that is how we go for it. So here also managers has to take a lot of decisions. They have to gain improved insight. Okay, they want to get more information about their business processes, and also they want to make the better and fact-based decisions. Okay, they have to take some good decisions, and plus it has to be fact-based. Fact-based means we are talking about the information-based. Yeah, it has to be based on some information. Yeah, so this is what we mean by the term known as business analytics. Okay, now definitely there are other words also like data analysis, use of facts and facts-based system. Okay, now I'll not explain this definition now. Yeah, let us go to the next slide, and there I'll explain you what is BI and what is BA. Yeah, because people get confused between these two words. Yeah, so I'll explain you over here. So difference between BI and BA. Yeah, so business intelligence, what it says over here, it involves the process of collecting data from all sources and preparing it for BA. Okay. Now, business intelligence means we are talking more about the past data. Yeah. So here it says that involves the processing or involves the process of collecting data. Okay. Now, આપણે જ્યારે business analytics કરવું હોય, okay, we have to use some tools and all those things, but સૌથી પહેલા આપણી પાસે data હોય, okay. Now, data ક્યાંથી આવે? Okay, you assume that there is a very big company and that company is located all over India. Yeah. So if you want to do a very comprehensive analysis, yeah, you have to collect the data from different offices, from different departments. Okay. So that is what is the job of the business intelligence, first of all. Yeah. So it involves the process of collecting data from all sources and preparing it for business analysis. Okay. Now, khali collection નથી હોતું ડેટાનું. Once the data is collected, then you have to also do the processing of the data. Yeah, processing means ડેટામાં તમને ખબર છે કે ઘણા બધા errors હોય છે, null values હોય, you are having some blank rows, blank columns. Okay, there are some lot of duplicate values over there, so you have to remove all those things. Yeah, because in computer there is one term which is very famous, that is known as GIGO. Yeah, GIGO, that is garbage in, garbage out. Yeah, now what does it mean? That when you input garbage to the computer will always give you garbage as an output. Okay, computer કોઈ ભગવાન નથી કે ભાઈ આપણે એને તમે કચરો આપો તો એ તમને કઈ સોનું આપે. Okay, it is not possible. Yeah, so that's why if you are inputting wrong data into the system will always give you a wrong output. Yeah, so that's why જ્યારે આપણે input કરતા હોઈએ અહીંયા સિસ્ટમમાં with the help of the data, we have to be very, very careful. So that is what is this business intelligence doing. Yeah, so it is collecting the data from different sources, it is processing the data, and then once the process is done, then it gives this data to say for the business analytics process. Okay, પછી આગળ process થાય છે. In business intelligence, it says that, no, sorry, here, this point, in business analytics, it says that analysis of the answers provided by BI. Yeah. So once the data is collected, then we process the data and then we get some useful answers over here. Yeah. Then in business intelligence, it says that what happened. Yeah. So normally in business intelligence, as I said earlier, that we are always talking about the past. Past માં શું થઈ ગયું? Okay. કે ભાઈ આપણો sales down થઈ ગયો. Okay. આપણા number of customers ઓછા થઈ ગયા. So that is what we are getting these kind of information from the business intelligence. Yeah. Business analytics. Yeah. It is talking about, it is giving these two answers. Okay. Means it is giving answers to these two questions. That is why it happened. Okay. Last year sales ઓછો થઈ ગયો તો આપણે એક તો reason આપણે ખબર છે કે ભાઈ pandemic છે. Okay. But there may be other reasons also. Okay. જે sales persons હતા આપણા કંપનીના એમને કામ જ નથી કર્યું. Okay. ઘર જ બેઠા રહ્યા બધા. Okay, pandemic na naam par ઘણા બધા ચરી ખાધા. Okay, that is what we see. Okay, what we say over here. So the company has to first of all identify the root cause. Okay, why this thing happened. Why the number of customers reduced. Okay, because maybe there was problem with the raw material. The quality of the raw material or the quality of the finished product. Yeah, something was wrong. Yeah, and we have to identify that reason. Once we identify the reason, then we can take some action. Yeah, reason is ખબર નથી તો action કેવી રીતના લેશો તમે? So here, that's why it is talking about why it happened and whether it will happen again. Yeah. So last year, if the sales have gone down, okay, we identified the reason, but then we have to see that whether it will happen again or not. Yeah, so that we have to take care. Okay. Then another thing is that in case of business intelligence, it says that it includes reporting, automated monitoring and alerting, dashboards, scoreboards or scorecards, and ad hoc queries. Yeah. So in case of business intelligence also, we are creating dashboard. Yeah, now let me show you one dashboard, what we mean by dashboard. Okay, I've created one dashboard. Yeah, maybe you can see this dashboard. Yeah, So I've taken here, there is one data which is a sales data, and based on that sales data, I have created these different kinds of visualization. These are different kind of charts. Yeah, this is known as waterfall chart, and this is known as heat map. This is known as bar chart. This is the graph. Yeah, the map which you know very well. So currently, you can just see over here. Now on the third day, yeah, that is on Saturday, I'll be definitely discussing about how to create these kind of visualizations. Yeah, because currently you may feel that this is very hard and something which is very new for you, but definitely you can also create these kind of visualizations. Yeah, with little bit of training, definitely you can do this thing. Yeah, so let me come back over here. Yeah. So this is what we meant by this dashboard. So dashboard and everything we are creating in business intelligence, and in business analytics, it says that we are having statistical, quantitative analysis, data mining, predictive modeling. Okay, now what are these terms that I'll explain you one by one later on. Yeah. So business analytics is little bit higher version, and in business analytics we are always talking about the future. Yeah, we are doing the analysis for the future, while business intelligence we are doing the analysis for the past. Yeah, that what happened in the past. Yeah, what happened in 2020, what happened in 2019. Yeah, but whenever we are talking about the future, then we are talking about the business analytics. Yeah, so I hope that these things are clear. Yeah. Now types of analytics. Okay, so here this slide is very important, especially for MBA second semester students. Yeah, because you are having this subject of business analytics. So this slide is very important for you, and plus that definitely it is also important for other people. So here, these are the 4 different types of business analytics. Yeah, or I would say analytics basically. The first one, it is known as the descriptive analytics. Okay. So here the descriptive analytics means that what happened. Okay, just now only we saw in business intelligence that what happened. This question is asked. Okay, so here descriptive analytics means we are always talking about the past. Okay, that what happened in 2020, 2019, likewise. Okay, that is known as descriptive analytics. Then we have the diagnostic analytics. So in diagnostic analytics, it is giving us the answer, that is why did it happen. Yeah, so what happened. So we are talking about the past. Let's say for example, I give you that example of the sales have gone down. Okay, sales ochu થઈ ગયું. So sales ochu થઈ ગયું. Okay, that we know what happened. But why did it happen? Okay, whether it was because of pandemic or whether there were some other reasons. So that is what we are getting the answer over here in the diagnostic analysis. Okay, diagnosis. Diagnosis means જેમ ડોક્ટર પાસે આપણે જઈએ તો ડોક્ટર ડાયગ્નોસ કરે ને કે ભાઈ ઓકે you are having so and so symptoms, and based on the symptoms you are suffering from so and so disease. Yeah, so that is known as diagnosis. Okay, and then they will also try to learn from you that why did it happen. Okay, તમને કેમ આ થયું, disease particular, if you are suffering from a particular disease, why did it happen, that also doctor wants to know. Yeah, so that is what we mean by the diagnostic analytics. Then we are having the predictive analytics. Okay, so in predictive analytics we are always talking about the future now. Okay, so just hold on. Yeah, so now see, companies they know their past very well, but nowadays because we know that the market is very dynamic. Okay, આજે એક કંપની, ઘણા બધી કંપનીઓ તમે જોયું હશે કે ભાઈ પેન્ડેમિકમાં ઘણી બધી કંપનીઓ બંધ પણ થઈ ગઈ. Okay, because they could not sustain. Okay, here also in Germany I would like to tell you that some of the companies they were shut down. Okay, but one of the benefit over here in Germany is that if you are running a company or if you are running a store also, okay, નાની એક દુકાન જો તમારી હોય ને અહીંયા, તો હમણાં અહીંયા પણ અમારે I think so December થી અમારું લોકડાઉન ચાલે છે અત્યારે. ઓકે, ડિસેમ્બરથી 10મી ડિસેમ્બર મને હજી યાદ છે, 10મી ડિસેમ્બરથી અત્યાર સુધી લોકડાઉન ચાલે છે. અમુક જ દુકાનો જેમ કે આ બધી જે ગ્રોસરીની જે આઇટમ્સ મળે એ જ દુકાનો અત્યારે ચાલુ છે, બાકી અહીંયાના મોલ્સ ને બધું જ બંધ છે 10મી ડિસેમ્બરથી. ઓકે, now one of the reason what okay why government is doing this thing, because they want to control this COVID. Okay, now what government is doing, that if you are having a shop, even નાની એક પેલી કહે ને કે ભાઈ રેકડી હોય ને એને પણ ગવર્મેન્ટ અહીંયા પૈસા આપે છે. હું જર્મનીની વાત કરું છું. ઓકે, એન્ડ because government, because definitely તમે શટડાઉન કરો, ઓકે, લોકડાઉન કરો એટલે ડેફિનેટલી તમારો ઇમિડિયેટલી તમારો બિઝનેસ બંધ થઈ જાય, તો તમે પછી કેવી રીતના ઘર ચલાવો. તો એટલે ગવર્મેન્ટ અહીંયા પૈસા આપે છે. ઓકે, કે તમારું જે પણ તમારું ભાડું હોય, દુકાનનું ભાડું હોય કે તમારું લાઇટ બિલનું જે હોય, ઓકે, અને પ્લસ તમારો જે સ્ટાફ હોય, તમારું મોટી દુકાન છે તો એમાં તમારો સ્ટાફ હશે, તો સ્ટાફને પણ પૈસા આપવા માટે તમને એ લોકો ગવર્મેન્ટ પૈસા અહીંયા આપે છે. એટલે અહીંયા લોકો હજી પણ એ લોકોએ કરેલું છે, પણ સ્ટીલ આઈ વુડ સે દેટ કે ભાઈ ગવર્મેન્ટની પણ એક લિમિટેશન હોય છે કે ભાઈ for a particular time period only they can give these kind of money. But currently, still Germany is having good amount of money and they are doing this thing. Okay. Now, definitely this is not possible in India, because definitely Indian government પાસે એટલા બધા પૈસા નથી કે ભાઈ જે આટલું બધું સસ્ટેન કરી શકે. So that's why still in India, initially we had lockdown, but now in this current situation also, government is still thinking twice to go for a lockdown. Okay. So that is the reason. So here, what I was talking about, that today, if my company is running very well, but I don't know that what will happen in next 5 years. ઓકે, આપણે કોઈ પ્રિડિક્શન જ નહીં કરી શકીએ. આજે તમે એક પર્ટિક્યુલર ટેકનોલોજી, આજે તમે સાયબર કેફે જોઈ લો, સાયબર કેફે. ઓકે, સાયબર કેફે જ્યારે ચાલુ થયા ત્યારે તમને ઠેક ઠેકાણે તમને મળતા હશે સાયબર કેફે. And now today you see the situation of the cyber cafes. Many of the cyber cafes have closed down. Okay, તમે જ્યારે તમે નાના હશો ત્યારે તમે કદાચ મે બી એસટીડી પીસીઓ જોયા હશે. ઓકે, એસટીડી પીસીઓ ટોટલી બંધ થઈ ગયા. Okay, because now everybody is having mobile. Okay, even when this mobile came into India, before that, if you know that we were having pagers. એક નાનું એક ડિવાઇસ હતું, એ ડિવાઇસ પેજરમાં ખાલી મેસેજીસ આવતા હતા, જસ્ટ મેસેજ. ઓકે, મારે જય સરને મારે કંઈક લખવું હોય કે ભાઈ પ્લીઝ કોલ મી ઓન ધીસ નંબર, તો એ મારે ખાલી એટલો મેસેજ જ જાય. ઓકે, અત્યારે જે આપણે જે લાંબા લાંબા મેસેજ કરીએ છીએ ને એટલું તો પોસિબલ જ નહોતું પેજરનું. And I've used pager, that's why I'm telling you this thing. But what happened, that pager in India, it came for 2 years, and immediately after pager, when pager was already there, the mobile came. જેવા મોબાઈલ આયા એટલે પેજર જતા રહ્યા. ઓકે, ઘણી બધી કંપની, જે બધી પેજર વાળી કંપનીઓ હતી, જે બધી સર્વિસીસ પ્રોવાઈડ કરતી હતી, એ બધી બંધ થઈ ગઈ. ઓકે, so nowadays you cannot predict that how far will your company go or how far will your product go. So that's why this predictive analytics is now very, very important. What will happen? Okay, what will happen means we are talking about future. And prescriptive analytics talks about how can we make it happen. Okay, मैं suppose एक कंपनी ने कही દીધું કે તમારી કંપની હવે next 5 years ચાલશે, but how? Okay, કંપની વાળા મને પૂછશે ને કે ભાઈ કેવી રીતના ચાલશે, ભાઈ તમે મને કંઈક આઈડિયા બતાવો. Okay, that how I can sell my product more, how I can increase my revenue. So then I have to give them the answers over here. So prescriptive analytics is talking about those answers. મને જો ખબર પડી જાય કે ભાઈ મારે બિઝનેસને કેવી રીતના વધારવાનો, એ મને જો આઈડિયાઝ મળી જાય, તો then definitely I can implement those ideas. But પહેલા મને એક આઈડિયા મળવો જોઈએ. Okay, so that is where this prescriptive analytics is very, very important over here. So I hope that these 4 things are very clear. Descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. Let us go ahead. Now I come to this point or definition of big data. Okay, big data over here. So what is big data? Okay, and before big data, આ તમે જે વર્ડ જે સાંભળ્યો છે big data, એ કેમ આવ્યો? Okay, what are the reasons for big data? Okay, let me see if Yeah, there was one question by Dastana Namrata that, sir, ad hoc queries, what does it mean? Ad hoc queries means those queries, say for example, if I want to get some kind of data from, okay, if I want to get some information from my data table, then I try to create a query. Query means I'm writing some kind of a code, yeah, some kind of a code. Maybe તમે કદાચ સાંભળ્યું હશે SQL, yeah, structured query language, SQL. So in SQL, you are writing a code, and once you execute the code, then you are getting the data from the database. Okay, એક ટેબલ છે, બહુ મોટું ટેબલ છે, એમાં તમારી પાસે ઘણો બધો ડેટા છે. હવે એ ડેટામાંથી તમારે કંઈક લેવું છે. સે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ એમ્પ્લોય ટેબલ છે. Okay, you are having employee table. Now you are having say 1000 employees. Okay, હવે તમારે બધાનો ડેટા નથી જોતો, એમાંથી તમારે ખાલી એ એમ્પ્લોયનો ડેટા જોઈએ છે કે ભાઈ જેમની સેલરી 20,000 થી વધારે હોય. Okay, so if you want to have these kind of data, then you have to write down a query. Yeah, you have to write down a query, and ad hoc query means, ad hoc means temporary query. Okay, તમને કંઈક યાદ આવ્યું, તમે query લખી and you get the data. Okay, so that is what we mean by the ad hoc query. And Shivani says that Germany is financial wealth. Yes, definitely Germany is having wealth over here, so definitely it makes sense. But still it is up to the, like, even every country cannot sustain so much, I would say, the burden, because basically it is a burden, yeah, financial burden to the government. But now Germany is also thinking to open the market, yeah, slowly, step by step. Yeah. So, okay, so let me talk about this introduction to big data and why we are now talking about big data. Okay, so the first reason is over here. Okay, now a chart માં શું છે, that what happens in an internet in 1 minute. Okay, 1 મિનિટમાં શું થતું હોય છે, જો આ બધા જુઓ તમે સોશિયલ મીડિયાના પ્લેટફોર્મ જુઓ. In 1 minute on Facebook, 1.3 million logins are done. Yeah, and then 19 million texts are sent, SMS are sent, 19 million. Okay, then on YouTube, 4.7 million videos are viewed. ખાલી હું એક જ મિનિટની વાત કરું છું. Okay, then so many apps are downloaded over here. Instagram, Twitter, Tinder, yeah, Tinder બધાને ખબર જ હશે, મારે કંઈ એક્સપ્લેન કરવાની જરૂર નથી તમને બધાને. So on Tinder, 1.6 million swipes are done. Yeah, so many emails are sent. Now we just think that if this is the scenario in 1 minute, yeah, then what will be happening in 1 hour or 1 day or 1 month? Yeah, so basically because of the social media platforms, yeah, huge amount of data is getting generated. Okay, આપણે જે ખાલી જે WhatsApp પર જે મેસેજ જે સેન્ડ કરીએ છે, basically it is like, see here it is written, yeah, Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp, in 1 minute 59 million messages are sent, ખાલી એક જ મિનિટમાં. Yeah, so basically we are generating lot of data. Yeah, we are sending lot of videos and all those things. Basically we are generating lot of data. Yeah, and because of all those social media platforms, that's why now we are talking about big data. Yeah, because normally whenever we hear big data means we are talking about huge volume of data. Yeah, that is one thing. The another thing is known as the Internet of Things, IoT. Okay, short form is IoT. Now what is IoT? See here you can see that we are having these different devices, and all those devices, they are connected with each other. Yeah, so what is IoT? IoT is a network of all devices which are connected with each other so that there is easy information exchange. Yeah, now I'll give you a very simple example કે ભાઈ મારે સપોઝ હું એક નવો મોબાઈલ લઉં છું. હવે મોબાઈલને જેવું મેં સિમ કાર્ડ ને બધું નાખ્યું, અને then if I start my mobile, if I start my internet services, then what happens that my mobile is now part of the IoT. Yeah, it is part of this network. જેવું મોબાઈલ સ્ટાર્ટ કરીશ ને મારું WhatsApp ને બધું અંદર ઇન્સ્ટોલ હશે, તો definitely I'll start receiving the WhatsApp messages, yeah, on my mobile. I'll start receiving the SMS. I'll start receiving the emails. Yeah, Plus, I can also send messages to my friends and colleagues. Yeah. So this is possible. So once I'm starting my mobile, my internet connection, definitely that mobile is part of this IoT. Yeah. So this is the term which is used. So here you can see that all these devices, they are connected with each other. And why they are connected with each other? So that there is easy information exchange. Yeah, information exchange થાય છે ને અહીંયા કે ભાઈ તમે receive કરો છો messages, you also send the messages. Yeah, so it is very easy. Now let us see how IoT is contributing over here. Yeah, to the big data. See here, this is a graph, and now if you see on the x-axis, okay, x-axis per, we are seeing the different years. Yeah, starting from 1990 till it is 2020. Yeah. So this is x-axis. On y-axis, if you see, it is written billions of devices. So the number of devices, okay, કેટલા number of devices છે, and it is giving in billions. Yeah. So here, if we start with this particular year, that is 1992. Yeah, 1992 there were 10 lakh, you can say, computers or devices which were there in the whole world. Yeah, 10 lakh. 10 lakh. ત્યારે 1992 okay, આખા world there were 10 lakh devices which were there. Yeah. Then you see the graph. Okay. It is exponentially growing. Yeah, exponentially. Yeah. અહીંયા જે આ curve જે આખો આવ્યો છે, જો તમે આખો huge curve. Yeah, huge increase. And we have already crossed 2020, and in 2020 it is said that approximately 50 billion devices were there, or still they are there. 50 billion. અહીંયા ખાલી 1 million હતું. 1 million means 10 lakh, you know very well. And here we are talking about 50 billion. Yeah. So huge growth. Yeah. આજે આપણે સપોઝ એક પર્સન ને જોઈએ, એક નોર્મલ પર્સન, એવરેજ પર્સન પાસે મિનિમમ એક મોબાઈલ હશે, કે ઘણી વખત બે મોબાઈલ પણ હોય છે, ઘણા બધા શોખ માટે રાખતા હોય છે. Yeah. Then you are having either a desktop or a laptop. Yeah. Maybe nowadays there is a trend of having that smart watch also. Smart watch હોય, ઘણા લોકો પાસે iPad હોય છે. Okay. So on an average, at least 3 to 4 devices are there per person on an average. Yeah. Today, I'm talking about today. Yeah. So what is happening that when the number of devices are increasing, definitely those devices will generate data, and definitely we'll be having the big data concept over here. Yeah. So because of IoT also, huge amount of data is getting generated. That is what I want to tell you. Yeah. So IoT and plus the social media platforms, these are basically contributing to big data. Yeah. I hope that is clear. Now, before we go into the concept of big data, I would like to explain you these 3 types of data. Okay, are important. Yeah. What are the different types of data that we are having today? The first data, it is known as structured data. Yeah. Now, structured means કે ભાઈ એક particular એક structure હોય છે. જેમ કે આપણે એક્સેલમાં આપણે કામ કરીએ છીએ, તો એક્સેલમાં તમે જોયું હશે કે ભાઈ ટેબલ હોય છે. ટેબલની અંદર there are rows and columns, and in the rows and columns we are putting the data. Yeah. So that is what we mean by a structure. A table is a structure. So here also we are talking about these 3 types of files. That is Excel files, CSV files at a comma separated values. Okay. So these are special types of files where we are keeping the data. Yeah. And then we have this DBF. DBF means database files. Okay. So all these different types of files, they are having the structured data. Okay. દરેકમાં એક table structure હોય છે, and table, you know that it is having rows and columns, and we put the data inside that rows and columns. So that is what we mean by the structured data. Then let us go to the unstructured part, and then we come back to the semi-structured part. Okay. So now what is unstructured data? Unstructured એટલે આનું just opposite. Yeah. Structured નું just opposite means unstructured. In unstructured data, we do not have tables. We do not have any structure. Okay. Here we are talking about the JPG files. Yeah. Picture files. then MP3, that is audio files, and MPG, that is video files. Okay. Now see, whenever you are getting a picture, a video file, audio file, normally we don't divide that files, and we cannot put those different parts into rows and columns. Okay. After picture ni file આવતી હોય છે, whenever we get a photo, we take that photo as it is. Yeah. Whenever we are getting an audio, we take that audio file as it is. Yeah. We cannot divide that audio file and we cannot put it into rows and columns. Yeah. So that's why these kind of data, it is known as unstructured data. Yeah. Which is not having any structure. Yeah. So this is unstructured data. Now in today's world, okay, 90%, almost 90% of the data which is getting generated, it is unstructured data. 90%. Okay, because આજે તમે જે સોશિયલ મીડિયા પ્લેટફોર્મ્સ ને બધું જુઓ કેટલો ડેટા જનરેટ થતો હોય છે. ઓકે, કંપનીમાં જે આ બધો ડેટા જે જનરેટ થતો હોય છે, આ સ્ટ્રક્ચર્ડ ડેટા, નાઉ ધેટ ઇઝ very very less. 10 years back, I would say that 10 years back, almost 80% of the data which was generated in the world, it was structured data. 10 વર્ષ પહેલાની વાત છે. 80% data એ structured data હતો. But now, after 10 years, things have totally changed. Okay, so now you can say that almost 85 to 90% of the data which is getting generated, it is unstructured data. Yeah, and maybe just 5 to 10% it is the structured data, and remaining is semi-structured data. Yeah. So nowadays, companies are focusing on this unstructured data. Okay. તમે આજે ટ્વિટર પર કોઈ કંપની વિશે કંઈક લખશો ખરાબ, સપોઝ તમે કોઈ પ્રોડક્ટ લીધી કંપનીની અને તમને બરાબર લાગ્યું નહીં એ પ્રોડક્ટ, and if you are not satisfied with the product, definitely you will write on, because nowadays there is a trend. Okay, people, they create some video, they put it on Facebook, they create some Facebook post, Twitter પર કંઈક લખે, Instagram પર કંઈક લખે, ફોટો ફોટો પાડીને. So what happens that companies are now very serious. Yeah, that's if something, if someone has written some kind of bad comment for a particular product of a company, definitely the company has to respond. Okay, company jo respond nahi kare, so definitely then people will attack on them, and then they will bombard, and then they will say, oh, this company is very bad and they are producing very bad product. So that's why nowadays companies, they are always focused on analyzing the unstructured data. Okay, કોઈ video બનાયો તો એ કેમ video બનાયો, શું છે એમાં content, then company has to clarify those things. Yeah, so this is what is happening. Okay, 10 વર્ષ પહેલા આવું કંઈ હતું નહીં. તમે ભલે ને કંઈક પણ તમે ટ્વિટર પર કે કંઈક લખ્યું હોય, કંપની જોતી પણ નથી. પણ અત્યારે હવે કંપની વાળા બહુ સિરિયસ થઈ ગયા છે. Okay, now so this is unstructured data. Now the third part is known as semi-structured data. Now semi-structured means it is a combination of both structured and unstructured. Okay, it is a combination of both structured and unstructured. So here we are taking an example of email. Okay, suppose મારે જય સર ને મારે મેલ લખવો હોય, so what I'll do that I will write first of all in the to, yeah, to જે line જે છે એમાં મારે જય સર નું મારે આખો email ID લખવાનો. Okay, then if I want to send the same mail to all of you, okay, say for example આપણું આ વર્કશોપ છે એનો મારે મેલ તમને બધાને ઇન્ફોર્મ કરવું છે, તો સૌથી પહેલા હું જય સર ને એમાં લખીશ એમનું ટુ કોલમમાં, and then I'll also write down all your email IDs by using the CC and BCC. Yeah, you know very well CC and BCC. So we use those things, and then finally I have to give some subject of my mail. Yeah, in the subject line I'll write down something. So whatever that part which we are seeing on the top of the email, that is known as structured part. Okay, દરેક વખતે મારે આ કરવું જ પડે એવું જરૂરી નથી કે મારે CC BCC કરવું પડે. મારે ખાલી જય સરને જ લખવું હોય તો ડેફિનેટલી હું જય સરનો જ email ID લખીશ. Okay, but still I have to follow that particular structure over there. Yeah. Now what is unstructured part in email? જે આપણે જે actualમાં જે મેસેજ લખીએ છીએ નીચે. Okay, so that part, it is known as unstructured. Now definitely see, whenever I'm writing an email to my friend, the content will be different. Whenever I'm writing a mail to my boss, the content will be different. Okay, so that our message part, that is changing. Yeah, it is changing. So that's why that part it is known as unstructured part. Yeah. So as email is having both the parts, that is structured and unstructured, that's why that kind of data, it is known as semi-structured data. Yeah, it is known as semi-structured data. So I hope that these things are clear, that we are having three types of data: structured data, semi-structured data, and the unstructured data. Yeah. Let us go ahead now. Now we'll define what is big data. Okay. So let us start with the definition. Okay. Now here also the definition is little bit longer. Yeah. But what I'll do that I'll explain you this definition with the help of this diagram. Yeah. What it says, the title of this slide is characteristics of big data. Okay. So here it says that there are three types of or say big data can be defined with the help of three V's. Yeah. So we have volume, variety, and velocity. Okay. So if I want to define big data, then I have to use these three V's. Yeah. What is volume? Now see, whenever I hear about big data, okay, big data જ્યારે આપણે સાંભળીએ ત્યારે આપણને ખબર પડી જાય છે કેમ કે આનું નામ જ લખેલું છે ને, big data. So we are talking about large amount of data. Yeah. So definitely we are having this volume. Yeah. So initially we were having terabytes of data. Yeah. I always give this kind of example that when I was doing my MBA from MS University in, say my batch was 98-2000 batch. Yeah. So at that time, whenever we had to save our file and whenever we had to take our file from our system to, okay, if I want to send that file to someone, okay, જેમ કે મારે કોઈ પ્રિન્ટ આઉટ લેવી હોય, હવે એ વખતે તો અમારી પાસે અમારા કોલેજમાં કોઈ પ્રિન્ટર હતા નહીં. Okay, so we had to go outside and we have to take the printout. એ લઈ જવાની હોય ફાઇલ, so we were not having the USB stick. Yeah. So we were having the floppy disk. Okay, floppy disk. મને ખબર નથી કેટલા જણાએ તમે જોઈ હશે floppy disk. So in floppy disk ની capacity કેટલી હતી? 1.33 MB. કેટલું? 1.33 MB. Okay. આજે એક તમે એક બોલિવૂડનું સોંગ તમે ડાઉનલોડ કરો અને તમે એને તમે USB માં નાખો તો એ 1.33 નથી હોતું. It is much bigger file. Yeah. But we had to manage within that 1.33 MB. Okay, hardly એમાં 2 થી 3 word file એમાં આવતી હતી. Okay, and that word file will not be like 100 pages word file. Okay, ખાલી અમારા એક નાના report રહેતા હતા, assignment રહેતા હતા, which were just like 15-20 pages. Yeah, we could hardly copy 3 to 4 files maximum, word files in that floppy disk. Okay, and today, even if our laptop is having 1 terabyte of hard disk, okay, 1 terabyte ની hard disk હોય છે તોય ઘણા માટે એ ઓછું પડે છે. કેમ કે ઘણા બધા લોકોને શોખ હોય છે કે ભાઈ આપણે જેટલા બોલિવૂડના મૂવીઝ અત્યાર સુધી રિલીઝ થયા છે ને બધા મારી પાસે હોવા જોઈએ. Okay, and people feel proud of it. Okay, જેમ કે એમને જણા પેલું વિડિયો લાઇબ્રેરી ચાલુ કરવાની હોય ને, પહેલા આપણે જેમ કે પેલા વિડિયો કેસેટ આવતા હતા ને, VCR. Okay, so people they try to boast this thing. Okay, કે મારી પાસે એક Hollywood movies છે, મારી પાસે એક Bollywood movies છે. So definitely whenever you are having these kind of passion, definitely 1 terabyte is nothing for you. Okay, so nowadays even I've seen laptops which are having 2 terabytes of hard disk or 3 terabytes of hard disk. Okay, so because why we are having these things? Because now the amount of data which is getting generated is very huge. Yeah. So that is what we mean by volume. Then next one is talking about the variety. Now just now only we have seen the three types of data: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. So whenever we are talking about variety, means we are talking about all the three types of data. Yeah. So that is what we mean by variety, that in big data, you have to have variety of data. The third one is known as velocity. Yeah. What is velocity? Velocity means the rate at which we are generating the data. Yeah. The rate at which the data is getting generated. Yeah. So earlier we were talking about the batch processing of data. Batch processing એટલે શું હોય કે suppose you assume that I am an accountant. Okay, so આથી 15-20 વર્ષ પહેલા શું થતું હતું કે ભાઈ હું અકાઉન્ટન્ટ છું, તો સપોઝ મારે કોકને અમુકને પૈસા આપવાના છે કે કોકની પાસેથી મારે પૈસા લેવાના છે. So 15-20 years back we were not having, means we were having definitely the software, but what people were doing that they were preparing the voucher. વાઉચર પ્રિપેર કરો તો ફિઝિકલ જે વાઉચર હોય ને હું લખું એમાં કે ભાઈ મને ફલાણા પાસેથી મને આટલા રૂપિયા મળ્યા, યા તો મેં ફલાણાને મેં આટલો રૂપિયાનું મેં ચેક આપ્યો. સો આઈ વોઝ ક્રિએટિંગ વાઉચર. સો આખા દિવસમાં સપોઝ હું 100 વાઉચર ક્રિએટ કરું, then at the end of the day I was entering that vouchers into my software. ઓકે, હું એમાં એન્ટર કરું અને પછી સાંજે મને ખબર પડે કે મારી પાસે કેટલા રૂપિયા આવ્યા અને કેટલા રૂપિયા મેં લોકોને ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુટ કર્યા. ઓકે, so that kind of figure I was getting at the end of the day. Yeah, that was known as batch processing. Yeah, હું આખા દિવસમાં હું એન્ટ્રી ના કરું. ઓકે, હું તો ખાલી ફિઝિકલ વાઉચર જ બનાવું, બીકોઝ પહેલા તો લોકોને એવી આદત હતી કે ફિઝિકલ વાઉચર બનાવવાની. ઓકે, બીકોઝ they were much more comfortable rather than inputting in the system. But then at the end of the day એમને એમના માલિકને બતાવવું પડે કે ભાઈ આટલા રૂપિયા આવ્યા, આટલા રૂપિયા ગયા. So that's why they were using the software. Okay, Tally software તમે નામ સાંભળ્યું જ હશે. So those kind of softwares were used. But now in today's world, companies wants to know at a particular minute that how much money they are having. Okay, so તમે કદાચ ERP નું નામ સાંભળ્યું હશે, Enterprise Resource Planning. Yeah, SAP company નામ સાંભળી હશે, SAP. Yeah, so in SAP what happens that you have to enter the details immediately. આજે હમણાં જો 1 રૂપિયાનો ખર્ચો થયો, immediately તમે enter કરો and you will get the idea that what is your current status. Okay, તમે બધા ઘણા બધા કોમર્સના સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ ને બધા છો તો તમને ખબર છે કે બેલેન્સ શીટ બનાવવાની હોય, પ્રોફિટ એન્ડ લોસ અકાઉન્ટ બનાવવાનું હોય. Now earlier what was happening that the companies were, especially જે ફાઇનાન્સ ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ હોય તો ફાઇનાન્સ ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટ શું કરે કે ભાઈ એ લોકો ફેબ્રુઆરીથી બેલેન્સ શીટ બનાવવાનું ચાલુ કરે અને ઘણી વખત એ 2-3 મહિના એ લોકો ખાલી બેલેન્સ શીટ બનાવવામાં લગાડતા હતા. ઓકે, આઈ એમ ટોકિંગ અબાઉટ 10 years back or 15 years back. Okay, so they were dedicating their full time in preparing their balance sheet and profit and loss account. But in today's world, with the help of ERP, you can get the balance sheet and profit and loss account at any particular point. Yeah, તમારે હમણાં જો 10 મિનિટમાં તમારે જોતું હશે તો તમારી પાસે રેડી હશે. Okay, why? Because now the data is available in the real time. Yeah, real time. So overall we can say that this big data, it is having these 3 V's: volume, variety and velocity. Okay, now with this thing let us come back to the definition. Yeah, now what it says okay, that big data is defined as a term which handles the combination or also single parts of volume, variety and velocity. Now what is this one? Combination or also single parts. See, normally people feel or people believe that whenever you are defining big data, you should have all the 3 V's. Okay, 3 V હોવા જોઈએ એવું લોકો માને છે, but એવું નથી. Okay, even if you are having just volume, okay, if you are working in a big company, definitely that company will have volume of data. Okay, so they may have just volume but they may not have variety. Yeah, so in that case also it is known as big data. Okay, now if you are working in a small company, okay, so nani company ma definitely volume nahi hoy, volume of data nahi hoy, but you may have variety of data. In that case also it is known as big data. Yeah, so big data એટલે દર વખતે એવું નહીં માનવાનું કે ભાઈ બહુ large amount of data if you are having, then only it is known as big data. No, it is not like that. Yeah, even if you are having just variety of data, then also that data is known as big data. Okay, so that is what it is mentioned over here, that big data is defined as a term which handles the combination or also single part. So either you can have all the 3 V's, or you can have any 2 V's, or you can also have 1 V. Yeah, in all the case it is known as big data. Yeah, so velocity of data with cost-effective, innovative forms of information processing. Cost-effective, innovative forms of information processing. See, earlier we were having the tools which were used to process the data. ઓકે, 15 વર્ષ પહેલા આપણી પાસે એટલો બધો ડેટા નહોતો જનરેટ થતો કંપનીમાં, બટ નાઉ ઇન કંપનીઝ હ્યુજ અમાઉન્ટ ઓફ ડેટા ઇઝ ગેટિંગ જનરેટેડ. હવે જેમ ડેટા વધે એવી રીતના તમારું જે પ્રોસેસિંગનો જે કોસ્ટ હોય ને એ પણ વધે. બટ નાઉ ઇન ટુડેઝ વર્લ્ડ there are tools which are available which are very cost effective. Okay, આપણે જેમ ગુજરાતીમાં કહેવાય ને કે ભાઈ સસ્તું અને સારું. Okay, so here also we nowadays there are tools which are available which are very almost you can get it free of cost. Okay, તમે કદાચ એક નામ સાંભળ્યું હશે ઓપન સોર્સ સોફ્ટવેર. ઓપન સોર્સ મીન્સ which are free of cost. Okay, તમારે એમાં ₹1 પે નથી કરવાનો. It is readily available. તમે ખાલી એની વેબસાઇટ પર જાઓ, ડાઉનલોડ કરો સોફ્ટવેર and then you can start the software. Okay, you can start using the software. So nowadays those normally people have a misconception કે ભાઈ મારી પાસે બહુ વધારે ડેટા છે એટલે મારે જે ટૂલ જે યુઝ કરવું પડશે તો એ બહુ કોસ્ટલી હશે મારા માટે. But it is not like that. There are tools which are available free of cost. Okay, so that is what it is mentioning over here. Cost effective, innovative forms of information processing. Now, why we are doing all those things? To enable enhance insight. Okay, મારે ડેટા પાસેથી મારે કંઈક ઇન્ફોર્મેશન જોઈએ છે, મારે કંઈક નોલેજ જોઈએ છે. That's why I'm doing these things. Plus, I want to also take decisions. So it helps us in decision making and also process automation. Process automation means આજે ઘણી બધી કંપનીઓ તમે જોઈ હશે કે ભાઈ પહેલા એ લોકો બધું મેન્યુઅલ પ્રોસેસ કરતા હતા. નાઉ થિંગ્સ આર ગેટિંગ ઓટોમાઇઝ. ઓકે, આપણે એક મંદિરની જો વાત કરીએ કે ભાઈ કોઈ પણ ટેમ્પલ કે મોસ્કમાં કે જ્યાં લાખો લોકો ત્યાં જમવા આવતા હોય છે, પ્રેયર કરે, ઓકે, તે પૂજા કરે અને પછી એ લોકોનું પેલું પ્રસાદ આપતા હોય છે. તો આજે તમે અંબાજી ટેમ્પલ જોઈ લો, સિટી ટેમ્પલ જોઈ લો, કે ભાઈ they are using the technology over there. Okay, whenever you want to prepare a large volume of food, yeah, definitely you have to use technology use કરશો તો તમારો પ્રોસેસ ઈઝી થઈ જશે. ઓકે, તો જે પહેલા મેન્યુઅલ પ્રોસેસ હતો એને હવે ઓટોમાઇઝેશન કરી નાખ્યું છે. તો there also this big data helps us. ઓકે, કે ભાઈ તમે કેવી રીતના પ્રોસેસને ઓટોમાઇઝ કરો છો. ઓકે, means how to make the process automatic. Yeah, so this is what we mean by big data. But normally you have to remember these 3 V's: volume, variety, velocity. Okay, હવે આ 3 V's આવી ગયા. એના પછી એક બીજા ઓથરે આપ્યા 7 V's of big data. Yeah, so what are those 7 V's now? Okay, in 7 V's of big data already we are having the 3 V's. Okay, just now only we have seen volume, velocity, variety. Okay, but now the second author, he has given these 4 more V's over here. The 4th V is veracity, then variability, visualization and value. Okay, so આપણે આ 3 V's તો આપણે જોઈ લીધા. હવે આપણે આ 4 V's જોઈએ. What are these 4 V's? Okay, so first one is known as veracity. Now veracity means we are talking about the quality of data. Okay, મેં હમણાં તમને પહેલા કીધું તો GIGO means garbage in, garbage out. Okay, so if you want to have a good quality of information, you should have good quality of data. Yeah, આપણે good quality product જોતી હોય તો આપણી raw material જે હોવું જોઈએ, it has to be of good quality. Okay, so that's why this veracity, it is talking about the quality of data. Yeah, that is one thing. Then we have variability. ઓકે, હવે ઘણી વખત લોકો કન્ફ્યુઝ થઈ જતા હોય છે આ બે વર્ડ્સમાં. એક વેરિએબિલિટી છે અને બીજું છે વેરાયટી. Yeah, variability, variety. Now, what are the difference between these two words? Okay, so I'll give you a very simple example. If suppose તમે કોઈ એક કોફી શોપમાં જતા હોય છે, કોફી શોપ, ઓકે, યા તો એક સપોઝ નોર્મલ આપણે હોટલમાં. ઓકે, I know that Junagadh is very famous for food also, and especially મને હજી યાદ છે લસ્સી, મને નામ નથી યાદ કઈ એ દુકાનનું, પણ I know that lassi is very famous over there. So if you are going to that lassi shop, yeah, they are giving you different varieties of lassi. Okay, so that is what we mean by variety. Yeah, the word variety. Okay, એમાં રોઝ લસ્સી હોય કે કેસર લસ્સી હોય કે dry fruit lassi, whatever. Yeah, so that is what we mean by variety. Now comes variability. Now say if you are living in Junagadh since last 20 years, okay, તમે રેગ્યુલરલી એક લસ્સી વાળા પાસે જાઓ છો, ઓકે, and you are ordering the same lassi, okay, say for example રોજ લસ્સી તમે દર વખતે તમે એ જ ઓર્ડર કરો, તમને એ જ ભાવે છે, ઓકે, તો તમે દર વખતે જશો અને એક જ દુકાનમાં જશો તો ડેફિનેટલી you will get the same taste. Normally people always say કે ભાઈ આ દુકાનમાં હું જઉં છું તો દર વખતે મને એક જ સ્વાદ મળે, okay, so that should be like that. But say for example તમે દર વખતે એની પાસે સેમ જ લસ્સી ઓર્ડર કરો છો અને તમને અલગ અલગ ટેસ્ટ મળે છે, then that is known as variability. Yeah, it is known as variability. એક જ તમે લસ્સી મંગાવો છો દર વખતે પણ તમને ટેસ્ટ અલગ અલગ આવે છે, then that is known as variability. Okay, so now the things are clear. Variability, variety. Yeah, so variability we are having in big data also. Yeah, then we are talking about visualization. Okay, so just now only I talked about that visualization. Okay, અહીંયા તમને visualization મેં તમને બતાવ્યું ને, this is what we mean by visualization. Okay, now why visualization is important? Yeah, see, whenever you are having large amount of data, yeah, હવે એ ડેટાને તમારે જો ખાલી તમે એનાલિસિસ તમે ખાલી if you use your brain and if you do that analysis, it will be very very difficult. Yeah, because your brain cannot take all those amount of data and it cannot process that data. But if the same data it is shown in these kind of charts and graphs, okay, તમે આવું એક્સેલમાં પણ તમે બનાવ્યું હશે, તો એક્સેલમાં ને એ બધામાં જે ચાર્ટ તમે બનાવો છો, so basically what you are doing that now it is very easy for you to remember this thing and you are able to get lot of information out of this chart. Okay, so our brain can remember these kind of charts very easy and it can get lot of analysis from this chart. Okay, but આ સેમ વસ્તુ જો તમને ખાલી એક ડેટા સોર્સ એનું બતાવું, yeah, ટેબલ જે હું જે છે એ તમને ખાલી બતાવું છું. So say this is the table. Yeah, the table it is having lot of columns. Yeah, huge amount of columns it is having and plus number of rows. Here it is written number of rows. 9,994 rows are there. Almost 10,000 you can say. Okay, so 10,000 rows are there. હવે 10,000 rows નું તમે ખાલી જો તમે દિમાગમાં જો આ બધું એનાલિસિસ કરવા જશો, you will not get any kind of information. You cannot, okay, our brain is not used to these kind of data. But if the same data, if I'm putting it in these kind of different charts, okay, now it is very easy for us to remember this thing. Okay, there is one Chinese proverb which says that a picture is equal to 1,000 words. Okay, તમે એક પિક્ચર ને જુઓ તો એ તમને વધારે યાદ રહેશે rather than તમે જો હું એક્સપ્લેનેશન એનું આપું બે ત્રણ પેરેગ્રાફમાં, તો you will not be able to remember that paragraph, but you will be able to remember the this thing, that is the graph. Okay, so that is how you are working with the data. Okay, great. So this is about big data. We are now nearing to our end of this today's presentation. Yeah, as visualization આવી ગયું, then finally it is value. Yeah, so value means whatever we are doing this thing, that is volume, velocity, variety, why we are doing all those things so that we can provide value to the customer. Yeah, we can provide value to the customer over here. Okay, so this is what we are doing over here. Yeah, so finally with these 3 V's, okay, so let us go ahead. Yeah, today we'll wind up this session very soon. So now we are having these 10 V's of big data. Okay, first author aapyu 3 V's of big data, second author came with the 7 V's of big data, and the third author came with the 10 V's of big data. Yeah, so I'm not going into detail, but normally what happens that now these V's are increased. Okay, in case of MBA also, તમને જેમ કે માર્કેટિંગ તમે જોયું હશે, માર્કેટિંગ મેનેજમેન્ટ, so there are initially when we were doing MBA we were having 4 P's of marketing. Now I think so there are 7 or 8 P's of marketing. Okay, so normally these P's and V's are increasing. Yeah, maybe next year I'll come with my 14 V's of big data. Yeah, so this is one thing. Now I'll take only this one thing. Yeah, that is this last 3 topics, and then we'll wind up this session. So we are having this concept known as artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. Okay, what are the differences between these three things? Okay, just I'll explain you in a very simple words. Okay, I'm not going to use any technical things over here. So what is artificial intelligence? First of all, this diagram which we are seeing, okay, so this big circle, it is of artificial intelligence. Yeah? Then below artificial intelligence we have machine learning. Yeah, means inside the artificial intelligence we have machine learning, and inside the machine learning we have deep learning. Yeah, so that is the thing that you have to remember just now. આ બધું જે અંદર જે લખેલું છે તમે નહીં જોવો તો ચાલશે. Okay, so artificial intelligence is the big umbrella. Okay, એની અંદર આવે છે machine learning, અને machine learning ની અંદર આવે છે deep learning. Now I'll explain you in a very simple words what is artificial intelligence. Okay, what is artificial intelligence? So here I have taken an example of apples and oranges. Okay, so તમે assume કરો કે તમારી પાસે એક basket છે, એ બાસ્કેટમાં apples છે અને oranges છે. Okay, હવે એ apples and oranges mix થયેલા છે બધા. Okay, now what you want to do, that you want to segregate apples and oranges. Okay, તો તમારી પાસે બીજી બે basket છે, empty basket છે, એકમાં તમારે apples મૂકવા છે અને બીજામાં તમારે oranges મૂકવી છે. Okay, so now definitely humans can do this process very easily. Okay, આપણે suppose આપણે ખબર છે કે ભાઈ apple કેવું દેખાય છે અને orange કેવું દેખાય છે. Okay, so we can definitely segregate. Okay, distribute આપણે કરી શકીએ છીએ, divide કરી શકીએ છીએ. But if you want to automate the process, okay, you have created a machine, and that machine is or that machine has to do that segregation. Yeah, apples and oranges. Okay, so now how you can make the machine identify an apple and orange? Yeah, પહેલા તો machine ને ખબર હોવી જોઈએ, because machine માં કોઈ intelligence હોતું નથી, natural. Okay, machine is not having any natural intelligence. Only humans and some of the animals, they are having the natural intelligence. Yeah, so machine has to be given some data. Yeah? Machine ને ખબર હોવી જોઈએ કે ભાઈ આ apple એટલે આવું દેખાય છે apple, એનો કલર આવો છે, એનો shape આવો છે. Okay, so that kind of data has to be given to that machine. So we give the data of apples inside the machine, and we also give the data of oranges to the machine. Now what machine will do, that it will take a fruit. Yeah, જે પેલું જે mixed basket જે છે એમાંથી એક fruit લેશે. Then it will compare that fruit with apple. If it is not the same, then it will compare the fruit with orange, and then if it is matching with orange, then definitely it will put that fruit say into the orange basket. Okay, તો એવી રીતના segregation કરશે. Okay, apple કદાચ જો એ હાથમાં લેશે તો definitely it will try to compare with apple color and shape and everything, and then it will identify that okay, this is apple, and it will put in the apple basket. Yeah, so this is how the things will work. So આપણે machine ને આપણે data provide કરવો પડશે. Okay, and so we are providing some kind of intelligence. Yeah, we are putting the intelligence, our intelligence, into the machine, and that is how we are say having this artificial intelligence. Okay, so machine ma natural intelligence નથી હોતો, machine ma artificial intelligence હોય. Okay, and how we create that artificial intelligence? With the help of a software. Yeah, so we create a software, we provide data to the machine, and then machine automatically works. Okay, તમે બધા robots ને બધું જોયું હશે, એમાં શું હોય છે? Ultimately it is a program. Yeah, and you are providing some kind of data to that robot, and એમાં લખેલું હોય છે આખું process કે first of all you do this process, then that process. Okay, you give the steps to that this thing. Yeah, so that is what we mean by the artificial intelligence. Yeah, હવે આપણે વોશિંગ મશીન હોય છે, તો વોશિંગ મશીનમાં પણ જેમ આપણે જે ઘણા બધા પાસે જે ઓટોમેટિક વોશિંગ મશીન હોય છે, તો વોટ ઇઝ ઓટોમેટિક વોશિંગ મશીન? ઓકે, આપણે ખાલી એક સ્વિચ દબાઈએ છીએ અને then the process starts. Now what is inside that automatic washing machine? That there is a program. Yeah, કે ભાઈ આપણે જો બધો પ્રોસેસ આપણો આખો કરવો હોય કે ભાઈ કપડાને પલાળવા હોય, પછી એમાં પેલો સાબુ અંદર એડ થવો જોઈએ, plus it has to start washing, પછી rinsing, spinning, એ બધું જો પ્રોસેસ કરવો હોય તો there has to be a separate software for that. Okay, ખાલી મારે કપડાને પલાળવા જ છે તો એનું પણ એક પ્રોગ્રામ હોય છે. ઓકે, ખાલી સ્પિનિંગ કરવું છે તો એનો પણ એક પ્રોગ્રામ હોય છે. So these kind of programs are created, and it is say input it into the machine, and then machine will do its process. Yeah? So that is how the things are working in artificial intelligence. Now we come to the next point, that is machine learning. Now we go with that same example of apples and oranges. Okay, હવે એક ઓરેન્જ જેવું જ એક ફ્રૂટ આવે છે માલ્ટા. તમને ખબર હશે માલ્ટા. Now basically Malta is not exactly orange. Yeah, it is a separate fruit. Yeah, but it is similar to orange. Now આપણી જે પેલી જે બાસ્કેટ જે છે એ બાસ્કેટમાં તમે એઝ્યુમ કરો કે એમાં એપલ્સ છે, ઓરેન્જીસ છે અને થોડા માલ્ટા પણ છે. ઓકે, now when say that machine, when it will take a malta into its hand, okay, તો એ માલ્ટાને કમ્પેર કરશે ઓરેન્જ સાથે. Okay, and then it will put that malta into the orange basket. So machine is creating a mistake. Yeah, machine ને એ ખબર નથી કે માલ્ટા અલગ ફ્રૂટ છે અને ઓરેન્જ અલગ ફ્રૂટ છે. Okay, it will try to mistake malta as an orange. Yeah, so now if you want to remove this error, how we can remove this error? We have to provide data of malta to the machine, because machine પાસે તો ખાલી બે ટાઈપનો ડેટા છે, એક એપલનો ડેટા છે અને એક ઓરેન્જીસનો ડેટા છે. Okay, but it is not having any data of malta. So we have to provide the data of malta to the machine. Once we provide the data of malta to the machine, yeah, then machine will say correct its mistake. Yeah, એને ખબર પડી જશે કે હવે માલ્ટા અલગ છે અને ઓરેન્જ અલગ છે. Okay, so if it is taking malta into its hand, then definitely machine will identify that okay, this is now malta, and it will put it in a third basket. Yeah, so that is how machine is learning. Yeah, machine is learning from its mistake. Initially machine was creating mistake because we had not given the data of malta, but once we provide more data to machine, then machine will learn from its mistake, and then machine will do the work very perfectly. Yeah, so that is what we mean by machine learning. Machine learning means machine is learning from its mistake. Yeah, and it is say and how it is learning from its mistake. Machine માં પણ પાછું કઈ નેચરલ ઇન્ટેલિજન્સ નથી ભાઈ. આપણે જેમ આપણે કહેતા હોય ને કે ભાઈ ઠોકર વાગે તો આપણે એમાંથી કંઈક લર્નિંગ મળે છે. ઓકે, પણ મશીનને એવું પોતાનું it is not having that natural intelligence. So machine has to be provided more data. Yeah, so that is what we mean here, that machine is learning from its mistake and then it does its work very easily. And the last term is over here is known as deep learning. Yeah. Now deep learning, what is deep learning? Yeah, here say for example if I'm eating an orange. Okay, હવે મારે જાણવું છે કે આ ઓરેન્જ ક્યાંથી આવી, કયા કન્ટ્રીથી આવી, આ ઓરેન્જની કઈ ટાઈપ છે, અને જે પણ કન્ટ્રીમાંથી આવી હોય તો એ કયા પીરિયડમાં એ ઓરેન્જને એ લોકોએ પ્લક કરી. ઓકે, મીન્સ એ લોકોએ તોડી ઓરેન્જને. ઓકે, કયા પર્ટિક્યુલર ટાઈમમાં. Yeah, so if I want to get these kind of details, then definitely I can get it through with the help of deep learning. Okay, so okay, whenever you are inputting the information about orange, yeah, તો ખાલી તમે એવું નથી લખતા કે ભાઈ આ ઓરેન્જ છે અને આ એનો શેપ છે, આ એનો કલર છે. Okay, you also provide lot of things over here. Yeah, so this is the name of the orange, that is known as blood orange, અને આ એનું લેટિન નેમ છે Citrus X sinensis. Okay, it has come from China and it was plucked during this time period. Okay, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Okay, so this is what is the additional information with the orange. Okay, ઘણી વખત તમે ફ્રૂટ લેવાઈ જતા હોય છો તો ઘણા બધા મોટા સુપર સ્ટોરમાં એ લખેલું હોય છે કે ભાઈ આ સ્પેનથી આવ્યું, કે સપોઝ આપણે ઓરેન્જીસ છે નોર્મલી નાસિકથી આવતી હોય છે. ઓકે, so you come to know that this has come from Nasik or it has come from another thing. Yeah, even અત્યારે હવે કેરીની સીઝન થઈ ગઈ છે તો આપણને ખબર છે કે ભાઈ હાફૂસ કેરી, જુનાગઢ is definitely famous for કેસર કેરી. Yeah, so but still there are also nearby places where this kesar mangoes they are grown. Okay, so it is written on the box also sometimes that it has come from this particular place. Yeah, so in deep learning we go into detail. Yeah, deep learning means we are going into the depth. Yeah, and how we are going into the depth. આજે બધી આ information જે છે blood orange આ બધું, now this information machine is not generating automatically. Okay, again this data we are inputting into the machine. Yeah, machine કોઈ હવામાંથી આ બધું data નથી લાવતો. Okay, we have to input the data. Okay, so whenever I'm entering the details of an orange, I have to enter all these details. Yeah, કે એનું નામ શું છે, એનું લેટિન નેમ શું છે, કયા કન્ટ્રી થી આવ્યું છે, ક્યારે પ્લગ થયું છે, everything. So jetly are, because see oranges are also different types. Okay, so that's why we have to input all those data, and then once the data is there, then definitely I can get the data at any point of time. Yeah, so I think so I have done a good amount of topics over here. Yeah, that is finally we have seen what is artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. Okay, and you remember just this diagram that you can say that deep learning, it is subset of machine learning, and machine learning is subset of artificial intelligence. Yeah, so this is how the things are working. Good. So I think so I'm done for today, and yeah, so Jay sir, I think so it is already in my watch, it is 8 o'clock. So
yes, sir. It was a very wonderful session, sir. The students have been, watching this session online on YouTube also, and they're also very happy. So this is enough for the day. You have given knowledge on this deep learning, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, which is over and above this data analytics part. So, sir, thank you very much for today's session. Students are also benefited, and students have any doubts, any kind of queries or anything to share, students can share with sir. You can now unmute your mics. Neeraj sir will allow you to unmute your mics for next 1 or 2 minutes if you have any doubts, any queries. In between also, if you have any doubts, you can raise your hands and ask Neeraj sir to unmute your mic so that you can ask the queries. Again, we'll meet tomorrow at the same time, same agenda, with the same subject, sir. Thank you so much for sparing your precious time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And anything, if there is any question, even if you are having question, maybe later on also, you can write down that question, and tomorrow also during the, so when we start the session, definitely we can take the question and then I'll start the question. Yeah, yes, I'll start the session over here. Yeah. Good. So thank you once again for patiently listening. I know that normally I try to give some break in between, but let us see if we can tomorrow, if we can give in between a break of 5 minutes or so. Yeah.
Right.
So it, because continuously hearing for 1.5 hours, it is little bit, I would say, painful. So let us tomorrow, maybe we can give 5 or 10 minutes maximum break in between. Yeah. Good.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So thank you once again, and have a nice day. And yeah, મળીએ આપણે કાલે. Okay. Thank you.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.